Headline reads, Marvel Rivals is the Overwatch killer nobody was looking for. Marvel Rivals is a massive hit in a supposedly dead genre ruled by Overwatch 2. Will the industry learn the right lessons from its success? Headline reads, those two titles. What is good, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're all doing well. Today we've got a pretty serious discussion among Marvel Rivals and Overwatch. Obviously, these two games have been going at it for the past month or two, and a lot of people have shared their opinions online regarding both games. I hope you enjoy it. Drop a like if you do. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and let me know what you think in the comments down below as always. Thank you for the support and let's get into it. So, a little over 2 months after its official launch, Marvel Rivals has reportedly earned over $130 million in revenue, peaked at over 640,000 concurrent players on Steam alone, and has regularly been updated and featured near the top of Twitch's competitive popularity page. By any modern market metric, NetEase's game, new Marvel-themed hero shooter, is a massive success. It's a remarkable turn of fortune for a game that looked dead in the water ahead of its official launch. Previews of Marvel Rivals were mixed, with some of the most negative feedback reportedly being stifled by controversial clause in some testers' agreements. Even then, it seemed clear enough that Marvel Rivals felt like it largely was an unfinished product plagued by bugs and balance issues. Perhaps more importantly, it was a hero shooter set to be released in a genre market that had gone stagnant to seemingly dead to downright hostile. A few months before Marvel Rivals debuted, PlayStation shut down their new hero shooter Concord following almost universal negative reviews and a peak Steam player count of 697 concurrent users. Concord was a total failure that joined other notable dead hero shooters like Lawbreakers, Crucible, and Battleborn. Even the king of the hero shooter genre, Overwatch, has hemorrhaged players in recent years as Blizzard tries to set a new creative course for the game and restore its once flourishing esports scene. In short, no one was really looking for an Overwatch killer as we headed into 2025. That's a big reason of why Marvel Rivals was able to take the throne. So, that being said, both games have very, very similar characters, very similar ways of playing the game, maps. Everything about them is on the right lines of being each other's nemesis. And of course, Marvel Rivals has took the throne mainly because of its success and how many people have been playing it, etc. As the article just states right there, Overwatch in general has really taken a landslide down to rock bottom thanks to Marvel Rivals. So yeah, part of this, it is true. I do believe that Marvel Rivals is the better shooter out of the two. There is no doubt Overwatch back in the day was good because we didn't really have the next big hero shooter, back when Overwatch 1 came out. But Overwatch 2 didn't really have its footing. It never really found, Overwatch 1's success or footprints in the process of going on its own journey. And even when Marvel Rivals wasn't even out, Overwatch wasn't the biggest game anymore like it once was. So seeing Overwatch, fail, obviously the developers of Marvel Rivals must have felt good about this, as the main competition was blown out of the water, and quite easily as well. If you check both concurrent Steam players on both games, or just consoles in general, or even just people watching it on Twitch, people watching it on YouTube, or any other streaming platform, I can guarantee you're going to see numbers pretty different from each other. So that being said, what do I think about the situation? Well, I have played a lot of Overwatch, mainly Overwatch 1. I did play Overwatch 2 quite a bit, and it was okay. It was not fun, in my opinion, for the most part. I gave up on the game quite quickly. I didn't get a sense of competitiveness, and the game itself just felt a little bit too unsaturated, in my opinion. It wasn't fun. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. and I feel like a lot of people didn't really take Overwatch 2 on board as much as the developers hoped. So obviously with Marvel Rivals coming out, everyone, you know, likes a hero shooter, and what a better way of doing it than bringing out probably one of the biggest franchises, companies in the world is Marvel. Pretty much everyone I know loves Marvel, and for those who don't, you're probably a DC fan. But my point is, Overwatch failed because of Marvel Rivals' success, and it's not hard to see. They are trying super hard on behalf of Blizzard to get Overwatch back up and running. And to be honest with you, I don't think it's worth the struggle. I don't think it's worth trying to get that game back up and running. I feel like Marvel Rivals is here to stay. Obviously, over the number of weeks we've had this game now, we've seen constant feedback from the developers, constant updates and future projections and projects, and you know, this is a game that is here to stay quite clearly. From the same kind of characters, from the same kind of map design and game modes, both games have no doubt made their mark on the industry. One right now more bigger than the other, and you know, that's how competition goes, whether it's Need for Speed and Forza, whether it's PES and FIFA, whether it's Battlefield and COD, it doesn't matter. There is always going to be competition in the gaming industry, and in this case it is Overwatch versus Marvel Rivals. So you know, this game is quite clearly the favourite as of now, and probably for a good number of years if they play their cards right. And to be honest with you, to do with Overwatch, I don't think Blizzard has any grand plans of bringing that game back to its glory days. It's going to be very difficult for them to do that, especially after pretty much a majority of the game's fan base has moved on, not just to Marvel Rivals but to other games as well. And to be honest with you, I don't think it's worth all of the hassle trying to make a game come back from a pretty severe fall onto the floor. So, you know, that being said, I respect Overwatch for what it did with Overwatch 1 when it came out, but it needs to realise that we're in a new stage of hero shooters now, and Marvel Rivals has just done everything right. It did the beta, it did the alpha, it's being constantly updated, they're taking down cheaters, they're adding new content like characters, maps, game modes. I could go on, and for the time being, the developers of Marvel Rivals are passionate, they are clearly in love with the product, and we are enjoying the game as well as the fans. It is about time we get a game like this stepping up to the plate, and it's fantastic to see you know, a game like this really do well, because, you know, we haven't had many hero shooters that have been successful since Overwatch 1 and maybe Overwatch 2. Like they said in the article, Concord and all those other games, they just did not cut the right slice of the cake, and you know, that only leads to competitors left, Overwatch and Marvel Rivals. So in this case, Marvel Rivals is the game on top. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you a fan of this situation? Do you think Overwatch deserves this? Do you think they should have been more prepared for a brand new big game to come out? I would love to hear what you have to say. There's been a lot of people that spoke to me about both games, and you know, like I said, I have played both games quite a lot. Overwatch a lot more than Marvel Rivals, because obviously it's been out longer. But I have no doubt in my mind, you know, I do respect Blizzard and Overwatch for what they did, but come on guys, we have to be realistic here. Overwatch, not just on a normal level, but on a competitive level with esports, it's just not the same. And we need to realise that, you know, sometimes games do come to an end, and I don't feel like there's an update they could do that would get everybody back playing Overwatch. There's just nothing for them to do. You can bring out a new character, you can bring out a new season, a new map, do whatever you want, but there's a lot of reasons why people are playing this game at the moment instead of your game, and I feel like the sooner you realise that, the better. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on the situation. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. As always, I really appreciate the support. Be sure to check out any other videos on the channel as well. and I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on anything else news-wise. So have a great rest of your day, have a great weekend, be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, keep on gaming, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace.